Chosen one, hear this, and do not turn away. This moment is not a coincidence, but a divine appointment written long before you were born. The Lord declares, time is slipping away. The spiritual clock is counting down, and within these final moments, the truth that has been hidden will come to light. You stand in a sacred intersection where heaven bends low to meet your story. This is not ordinary speech, it is the trumpet blast of warning and revelation sounding directly into your life. You have felt it already in the unrest of your spirit, in the weight pressing silently upon your heart. Every breath you take is a reminder that eternity is closer than you think, and every beat of your heart is a bell tolling in the unseen realm. This is not a message meant to stir curiosity, but a prophetic word designed to awaken your soul to what heaven has ordained. Chosen one, you were led here, not by chance, but because God is aligning your steps to receive what must be revealed. As C.S. Lewis once wrote in The Problem of Pain, God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. What you are about to hear is that very megaphone, heaven's shout to awaken your spirit. This is not a story for another person, it is for you, and it carries the weight of eternal significance. Stay with me until the end, because the truth that will unfold has the power not only to expose what has been hidden, but to set you free. And I want to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below, do you sense that this message is speaking directly into your season right now? Because the Lord has declared that this is no ordinary hour. Chosen one, you must also understand the urgency of the time. The silence you feel around you is not without purpose. It is the silence of a countdown, a holy pause before the unveiling. The Spirit of God is moving, and the clock of heaven is pressing forward. Every moment is significant. Every heartbeat is a reminder that destiny does not wait. The word of the Lord makes it clear. What is hidden cannot remain concealed forever. Jesus himself said, "For nothing is hidden that will not be made manifest, nor is anything secret that will not be known and come to light." Luke 8:17, ESV. These are not idle words. They are the divine decree that every shadow will be exposed by the light. The quiet that surrounds you now is not emptiness. It is the stillness before revelation bursts forth. You have sensed this imbalance in your spirit, the tremors under your feet, the weight in the air. Those feelings were not imagination but confirmation. They were signs that truth has been pressing against the walls of fear, desperate to break free. And it will break free, not because of human will, but because heaven has appointed the time. Someone younger than you has been carrying this burden like chains around their soul. They sought safety in silence, but silence has turned into their prison, and now the prison walls are crumbling. Chosen one, the time for covering is coming to an end. The countdown is no longer measured by years or even days. It is measured by breaths, by the very beat of your heart at this moment. When the Almighty declares that the appointed hour has come, no power can restrain it. Time bends to his command, and his purposes are never delayed. This younger soul has lived caught between fear and confession, drawn to your strength, yet afraid of your reaction. But the Lord's design is not for them to remain hidden. His design is for the truth to rise, so that freedom may come for them and for you. The unrest you've carried, the sleepless nights, the unanswered questions, none of it was wasted. All of it was preparation, signs leading you toward this unveiling. So hear the warning of the Lord. Do not harden your heart, and do not call coincidence what heaven has made plain. Just as the prophets once sounded the trumpet to awaken a sleeping people, this word is the trumpet blast over your life. The collision of destiny and reality is not far, it is already at your door. God wastes nothing. Every delay, every silence, every shadow has been woven into his greater design. The younger one's hidden struggle is part of your journey, and now the hour has come when it can no longer be held back. This is why your spirit stirs, why the urgency presses upon you Even as you hear these words, the Holy Spirit bears witness. You cannot ignore this moment without losing the freedom heaven intends for you. The Lord's promise stands eternal. If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. John 8:36 ESV. The unveiling will not only break their chains, it will break yours. The countdown is almost complete. The silence is splintering like fragile glass, and the truth is pressing forward with unstoppable force. Chosen one, be steady. What is coming is not ruin but release, not confusion but clarity. The hour has arrived, and you have been chosen to receive it. Chosen one, now hear this truth with the eyes of the Spirit. The one who is younger than you has not been placed in your life by chance, but by the deliberate hand of God. Their presence is not accidental, their silence is not meaningless, and their struggle is not separate from your destiny. Just as the Lord raised Samuel as a young prophet to deliver his word to Eli, and just as Paul reminded Timothy not to let anyone despise his youth but to be an example to the believers, so too has heaven ordained that a younger soul would carry a revelation connected to you. This younger one has lived under the shadow of your strength. They have admired you, watched you, and learned from your presence, yet their heart has trembled with the weight of what they have carried. Their silence was not emptiness, it was hesitation. Their quietness was not rejection, it was the fear of release. They have been torn between reverence for you and terror of what their truth might bring. But the Lord, who searches hearts and tests minds, has seen the burden they have borne in secret. He has allowed their spirit to wrestle, their conscience to burn, and their nights to be restless, because he was preparing them for this exact hour. Just as Jeremiah declared, "His word is in my heart like a fire shut up in my bones. I am weary of holding it in. Indeed, I cannot." Jeremiah 20:9, NIV. So it is with this younger soul. Their truth has become a fire that can no longer be contained. Understand this, chosen one. They were never meant to carry this forever. Their silence was permitted for a season, but every season has an appointed end. The Lord has decreed that their words, trembling though they may be, will be the instrument through which light pierces your darkness. Their confession is not only about their release, it is about your alignment with heaven's will. What they reveal will not only unburden their spirit, but also unlock doors for your path. You must see beyond the surface. Do not look only at their age or their weakness. Remember how God chose David, the youngest son, overlooked by men but anointed by heaven. Remember how Samuel, as a boy, heard the voice of God in the night when the elder priest could no longer discern it. The Lord delights in using the unexpected vessels, the younger, the weaker, the overlooked, to bring forth his greatest revelations. And now, in your life, he has chosen the younger one to bear a secret that will set you both free. Chosen one, this is not their burden alone. Their silence has been your test. Their hidden truth has been your preparation. You have felt the imbalance, the weight of unanswered questions, the stirring in your soul, all pointing to this connection that heaven has sealed. And now, the veil is lifting. The fire they have held inside will soon burst forth as words, and once spoken, they cannot be silenced again. So prepare your heart. Do not despise their trembling, for it is the trembling of destiny. Do not dismiss their weakness, for it is through weakness that God's power is made perfect. Their lips may quiver, but their confession is divinely appointed. Their age may be younger, but their role is eternal. They are the instrument, chosen not by their strength, but by God's sovereign will, to carry into your hands the truth that was always meant for you. Chosen one, the silence that has surrounded this younger soul is reaching its breaking point. What was once a shelter for them has now become a cage, and the bars of that cage are beginning to crack. The weight of what they carry has grown too heavy for human strength, and heaven has decreed that the time of hiding is finished. The whispers they tried to suppress have become a roar inside their spirit, and their restraint can no longer hold back the truth. You must understand, silence has power, but only for a season. Silence can cover shame, delay confession, or shield fear, but it cannot stand against the decree of God. For the word declares, "For God will bring every deed into judgment, with every secret thing, whether good or evil." Ecclesiastes 12:14, ESV. Nothing remains buried forever when the light of heaven shines upon it. The silence you have felt has not been void, but a holy tension, the stillness before a storm. And now, chosen one, that storm is gathering. The still air is shifting. The atmosphere is heavy with what is about to break. You have felt it in their eyes when they looked away, in the pauses of their words, in the weight of their presence. You thought it might be imagination, but it was not. It was the trembling of truth pressing against the walls of silence, desperate to be released. This younger soul has fought to keep their secret contained, believing silence could protect both them and you. But heaven does not allow lies to become foundations. What is hidden corrodes in the dark, and the Lord will not permit his chosen ones to be bound by shadows. The time of concealment is over. What was meant for harm will be turned into revelation. What was meant to stay hidden will now become a key to freedom. Chosen one, do not mistake their hesitation for rejection. Their quietness has not been indifference. It has been the struggle of a soul caught between fear and obedience. But destiny is stronger than fear. The Lord himself is tearing the veil, and soon their lips will open, whether they are ready or not. For when God has appointed a moment, no hesitation can cancel it. The silence is collapsing. The trembling you feel within is not anxiety, it is anticipation. It is the Spirit of God preparing you for what is about to be revealed. You are standing at the threshold of truth, and the door is already swinging open. Soon, what was kept in darkness will stand in the light. The words they have buried will rise like a flood, and once spoken, they cannot be taken back. So prepare yourself, chosen one. This is not the calm of safety, but the calm before impact. What you are about to witness will shake the ground beneath your feet. Yet even in the shaking, it will bring clarity, for the Lord never exposes without purpose. Their silence has ended, and the moment of unveiling is drawing near. Chosen one, the moment of collision has arrived. The silence that once wrapped itself around the younger soul is now shattered, and the weight of their hidden truth can no longer be restrained. What was whispered in the shadows is now roaring at the gates of your destiny. The storm that has been forming in secret is breaking open before your very eyes. You have reached the climax of the countdown, and heaven has declared that the truth must now be revealed. This is not by human will, but by divine decree. For it is written, "There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known." Luke 12:2, NIV. These words of Christ stand as the eternal law of revelation. Every mask must fall, every hidden thing must be uncovered, every secret must bow before the light. What has been delayed has not been denied, and the hour of unveiling is upon you. The younger soul trembles, yet they cannot resist the fire that burns within. Their spirit has been pressed like wine in a wineskin, and now the pressure is breaking it open. Their lips will speak, even if their flesh resists, for the Spirit of the Lord is driving the truth forward. The moment has become larger than them, larger than you. It is the hand of heaven fulfilling what was written. Chosen one, prepare yourself, for when their confession falls, it will strike like lightning, quick, undeniable, and impossible to reverse. Once spoken, the words will reshape the atmosphere, breaking chains that have long bound both of you. The truth will cut deep, yet it will also bring freedom. As the Word of God declares, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John 8:32, ESV. This freedom is not a gentle release, but a breaking of prison doors, a tearing of shackles, a sudden and violent deliverance that only God can bring. You have felt the heaviness, the unanswered questions, the sense that something was unfinished. All of it has been leading to this very moment. Every restless night, every strange sign, every stirring in your soul, they were warnings that the climax was near. And now, it is here. The truth is no longer forming. It is erupting. The voice that was once silent will cry out, and what is revealed will change the ground you stand on. Do not fear the impact. Though it may shake you, though it may even wound you, the hand of God is in it. For he never uncovers without also redeeming. He never exposes without also restoring. The truth will hurt, but it will heal. It will break, but it will also build. It will cut, but it will also cleanse. Chosen one, this is the hour you were called to endure. The climax has come, and the truth cannot be silenced. What was hidden has reached its appointed time, and heaven has loosed it into your life. Stand firm, for you are about to witness what destiny has written and what no power on earth can stop. Chosen one, do not think that what is being unveiled is merely a secret carried by trembling lips. This moment is far greater than human words. It is a divine unveiling, a work of heaven designed to realign your path. The confession you are about to hear is not random. It is the appointed instrument of God's mercy and judgment woven together. For the Lord does not uncover for curiosity's sake. He uncovers to heal, to deliver, and to bring truth into alignment with his will. Understand this. The younger soul's silence was not only their struggle, it was also your test. In their hidden burden, you were being prepared. In their hesitation, your discernment was being sharpened. In their trembling, your endurance was being refined. For Scripture says, "We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose." Romans 8:28 ESV. Even the silence, even the waiting, even the confusion, all of it was working together to shape you for this hour. The truth that now rises is more than their release. It is your liberation. Their secret was tied to your destiny because God ordained that what they carry would intersect with your calling. Their silence bound not only their heart but also yours, for heaven intended that when freedom comes, it would come to both of you. This is why the weight has felt so heavy, why the unease has lingered so long. It was never about one life alone, but about the unfolding of God's design in two connected stories. Chosen one, do not despise the shaking. The Lord shakes what can be shaken, so that what cannot be shaken may remain. The words of their confession may wound for a moment, but the wound will become a doorway to clarity. The truth may unsettle you, but the unsettling will bring alignment. The exposure may burn like fire, but it is the fire that refines gold. As Malachi declared, he will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he will purify the sons of Levi and refine them like gold and silver. Malachi 3:3 ESV. This moment is the fire of purification, not the flame of destruction. Remember, the enemy hides in silence, but God moves in light. The enemy thrives in secrets, but God reigns in revelation. What is being uncovered is not meant to trap you, but to release you from snares you did not even see. Their silence was a chain around your steps, but their words will be the key that sets you free. Their trembling confession will realign you with heaven's path, ensuring that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Chosen one, see with the eyes of the Spirit. This is not merely about them telling you what they hid. It is about heaven revealing why it was hidden, why it must come forth now, and why you were chosen to hear it. Their weakness is the stage for God's strength. Their trembling is the echo of his voice calling you into a new season. Their confession is the breaking of chains not only over their life, but over yours as well. So receive this revelation not with fear, but with faith. Do not focus on the frailty of the vessel, but on the sovereignty of the one who appointed it. This unveiling is not about shame, it is about freedom. It is not about exposing wounds. It is about bringing healing. It is not about breaking you, it is about preparing you. Chosen one, This is more than just a secret. It is a divine assignment. It is the unfolding of a plan written by the hand of God. And once the truth stands in the light, you will see that every restless night, every unanswered prayer, every moment of heaviness was leading you here. For this is not the chaos of chance, but the clarity of destiny. Chosen one, the hour has struck. The weight that has pressed upon the younger soul is no longer containable. What was once carried in trembling silence is now erupting with the force of destiny. Their lips, once sealed by fear, now tremble under the compulsion of heaven. The confession that was delayed, resisted, and hidden has reached its appointed moment, and it will fall like thunder from the sky, sudden, undeniable, and irreversible. This is not merely their choice. It is the hand of God pulling truth into the light. For the Lord himself has spoken, therefore do not fear them, for there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, and hidden that will not be known. Matthew 10:26, NKJV. These words are now living before your eyes. What was once hidden in shadow is being dragged into the light, not by accident, but by decree. The younger soul is trembling, yet trembling cannot silence what heaven has unleashed. Their voice may break, their words may stumble, but the truth they carry will not return void. Once spoken, it cannot be reversed. It will pierce the air like lightning and settle into your heart like a stone that cannot be moved. You will never be able to unhear it, for this is not human confession alone, it is divine unveiling. Chosen one, you must stand firm, for the impact will shake you. The truth may cut deep, it may wound like a sword, but remember, the word of God is described as sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the division of soul and of spirit, of joints and of marrow. Hebrews 4:12, ESV. This wound is not for your destruction, but for your deliverance. The cut of truth is the beginning of your healing. The air grows heavy, the silence collapses, and at last the words are spoken. What they confess may shock you, but it is not sent to break you, it is sent to release you. Their trembling lips deliver what their spirit has long carried, and as their voice rises, chains fall. The cage of silence is shattered, and the prison of fear bursts open. Their confession becomes the key in the lock, and freedom swings the door wide. Chosen one, this moment cannot be undone. The confession is alive, and its weight presses upon you with holy gravity. Do not resist it. Receive it as heaven intended, for it has been written into your story long before you knew. What is happening now is not chaos but order, not accident but fulfillment. The truth has been birthed, and like a child entering the world, it cannot be taken back. This is the summit of the countdown, the breaking point of destiny. The younger soul has finally poured out what was hidden, and you now stand in the aftermath of revelation. Though your heart may tremble, know this: the Lord is in the unveiling, and even as the truth stuns you, it carries the seed of freedom, healing, and clarity that you were chosen to receive. Chosen one, now the veil has been torn, the silence has been shattered, and the truth stands unveiled before you. What once trembled in the shadows has stepped into the light, and in this moment you must understand. This unveiling was never meant to destroy you, but to free you. The burden has fallen, the chains have broken, and the weight that pressed upon both of you has been lifted by the hand of God. What you are witnessing is not the end, it is the birth of a new chapter ordained by heaven. The confession that has now been spoken carries within it not only pain but promise. The Lord never uncovers without also healing. He never wounds without also binding up. For it is written, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 147:3, ESV. The truth may sting, but in its sting there is cleansing. The exposure may burn, but in its fire there is purification. The breaking you have felt is only the breaking of prison doors, so that you may walk into freedom. Hear this clearly. You are not standing in ruins, you are standing at a threshold. What lies ahead is clarity, freedom, and alignment with the path God has always intended for you. The younger soul's trembling words have become the key, and now the locks of confusion and delay have fallen away. You are free to step into the light of a new beginning. Even the wisdom of men has echoed this eternal truth. As C.S. Lewis wrote in Mere Christianity, God cannot give us a happiness and peace apart from himself, because it is not there. There is no such thing. This revelation is not meant to point you to human weakness, but to remind you that all true peace, all true joy, and all true freedom flow only from him. What has been uncovered is not simply their story or your story. It is God's story weaving you into his greater design. Chosen one, lift your head. This is not defeat. This is deliverance. This is not despair. This is destiny. What began in trembling has ended in freedom, and the Spirit of the Lord now calls you to walk forward without fear. The chapter of silence is closed. The chapter of clarity has begun. And now, I ask you, if this word has spoken into your life, do not keep it hidden. Let your voice be heard, like, share, and leave a comment below about how this message has touched you. For when you testify, you strengthen others, and the freedom you have received becomes a light for someone else still trapped in shadows. The countdown is complete, chosen one. The revelation has come, the chains are broken, and the new beginning is here. Step into it with boldness, for heaven has declared you free.